Guys, we're back and I'm actually doing something different today. I don't want to show my face on camera because I look pretty busted, but it's all about Miss KK, and she's actually letting me do like a bombshell type of glam look on her. We don't really have a specific look, we're just kind of going for it, so she was kind enough to let me demonstrate on her. We found her on Facebook, we have some mutual friends, so we are going to go ahead and get into this tutorial, guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay guys, starting off, I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Primer, and I'm just using this to moisturize her face and get it ready for her foundation later, pretty much. Next, I'm taking the IMV Dip Brow, or whatever it's called, by Ruby Kisses, and basically I'm using this to carve out her brows today. First, I'm starting off by using a spoolie to comb through her natural brows and just get them prepped and ready.
Sipping on Hennessy, my homies on that blue dream. Yeah, yeah, I feel that ecstasy. Didn't even take a thing. No, try not get next to me. Wanna see what I see. Yeah, yeah, I can be anything that you want. Everything I got on the bar, no, I'm gonna flaunt. Yeah, I wanna do it all night with you, baby. If you think you gon' play me, you crazy. I can be anything that you want. Everything I do is on the level, ain't about the talk. No, I wanna do it all night with you, baby.
Next, I'm taking the LA Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige, and this is to clean up her brows. And I apologize on her right brow, well, which is technically her left. I don't know what I was going through. I don't know if I couldn't see, but as you can see, like the tail end of her brow is a little too long, but I do clean that up towards the ending, especially for her pictures. I got her together. She wanted like a longer brow. She wanted something a little bit thicker, but I think I went a little too overboard with the tail or the ending part of her brow at first, but eventually I got her together. Okay, sis, so don't come for me. And now I'm just kind of like packing on the concealer to set down a base for her eyeshadow look later on, pretty much.
The barbecue. I'm with Emery Jones and Mama Rockefeller. I saw the bras is with us. Adrian Moss will finish them out.
If you know me, you know I'm about my wine. Don't call me if it ain't about wine. Rolling through the city and I stay with my wine. Favorite color green, blame it on wine. $2,000 jeans and you know that my pockets full of wine. And your girl coming back to the crib so she get a wristband. Her and her friend, I wanna go to the crib like right now, so I can show her how a young nigga live. I've been getting paid all day, rolling up and counting money. Everybody say hey, if you in love with weed and money. 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 Say I'm in love with weed and money.
Next, to just set her concealer in place, I'm using the Airspun powder, and this is like some really good stuff. It's translucent and you pretty much can use this for like any skin type. I just like it because it's very grained very well, and you just use it to set the concealer in place, basically to get it ready for the eyeshadows. Next, I'm just taking like a lighter taupey color from the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm really just packing this on furthermore to set her eyes, because I really want to be able to transition the colors that I'm about to use. So I'm about to just, you know, set in a solid foundation for her. Next, I'm taking like that lighter purple shade, and basically I'm using this to build up her eyeshadow look, because we were going more for like a darker purple in her upper crease area, but I didn't want to just start off with that darker color because I figured it would look really patchy. So I'm using this lighter color just to work into her crease area to be able to build up that darker color later on, and you'll definitely see that coming up soon. Next, I'm taking in that, like, it's kind of like a gray purplish color. I don't really know how to explain it, but basically I'm going to use that in her crease area to apply on top of that light purple shade. And this is really what we're looking for to build up and really be as like the backdrop of her cut crease, pretty much. And I really love the Morphe eyeshadow palettes, but it's crazy because they don't have like names like, you know, other brands would really for their shades. And I really think they should, because a lot of people use Morphe palettes and they're really notable. So I feel like, did I just say notable? I meant to say notable. And I really feel like they should start customizing them a little bit more. It would just make it a little cuter, especially it would be a lot easier because, you know, people that are doing tutorials and stuff like that, it'll be a lot easier to just say, hey, I use shade whatever. I cannot talk today. Shade whatever. So, you know, that's just my only issue with that. So as you can see, I'm just slowly building it up into her crease and just blending and blending. I've already cut her crease. I still use the LA concealer. She got a phone call from her mom.
What are you doing?
KK was cracking me up. She was like a really funny person. The next thing I'm doing is taking like that lighter pink shade from the same palette, and I'm just packing this onto her outer edge of her crease. We really didn't know what kind of look we were going for. We just knew we wanted something kind of gorgeous and like something that's appropriate for like a girls' night out or a date night or something. Well, I wouldn't really say a date night. I would say definitely a girls' night out or like a concert or something like that. So she wanted something bold and beautiful, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it to you. What's better than a cut crease?
So when we pulling up, grab your girl, cause you know it's a wrap. If she could hop up in my foreign, wanna know it. If she could hang around my homies, girl, I know you wanna know. Girl, I know you wanna know. Girl, I know you wanna know. Girl, I know you wanna go. She see all the things I'm doing, and she see everything I'm doing.
Next, I'm applying these Easy Lashes by Kiss to her offline. Then I'm using the Matte Polish Foundation by Maybelline, which is absolutely one of my favorite drugstore foundations. I mean, I just feel like if you have semi-oily skin, or if you have oily skin, hell, if you even have dry skin like me, I just feel like this foundation is just perfect for acne coverage. And I've used high-end foundation from like the Fenty Beauty to Too Faced, just a number of foundations, Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I really feel like this foundation right here, like it is on, it's up there like on the bar standards and stuff like that, because a lot of girls on YouTube love this foundation as well. And as you can see, her foundation does look a little yellow at first because she's like me, we kind of almost the same skin tone. So with us, you kind of have to go lighter and then you have to go a little darker and mix in, you know, more of the shade. So it does come off a little yellow. Plus there was the flash also with all the lighting in the room, but you'll see eventually that it will blend out. In the pictures at the end, like you'll see like her skin looked absolutely flawless, especially in person, and she didn't like have no flashback either, which is a great thing. And I'm just applying a little bit of highlighter on her. Her face is very narrow as it is. She has like very strong features, so I didn't really want to go in too much with contouring. I am going to bronze up her face a little later, but I just highlighted her just a little bit just to make her features stand out even more, if that makes sense. So now I'm just using my damp beauty blender and just kind of blending everything out to make her look super beautiful.
She don't even know. Oh, nah, nah. I'm a bad motherfucker. Take her ass down right now. Shawty, where you wanna go? She don't even know. She just don't know about me. She just don't know about me. She don't even know. She just don't know about me. She just don't know about me.
I don't even know I got up in your hair. Just a little bit. Okay.
She bring that body over here now. I told her we should disappear now. Game over, started moving a little close. All was clear, baby, you don't even know. Oh, nah, nah. She keep moving that thing around. She about to find out in the back of the club. Oh no, she don't even know. Oh, nah, nah.
Everything's pretty much blended out, so I'm just going back in with that airspun powder, and I'm doing a little bit of baking. And I say a little bit, I do mean a little bit, because that's one thing that causes a lot of flashback is if you keep the powder on too long, and also if you don't add the color of the skin tone back over top of it. So I have definitely learned that by many experiences of doing bomb makeup and baked myself to the gods, and then when I want to take a picture I look like I don't know what. So I definitely didn't want that to happen to her. So I'm just kind of setting her face with a lighter powder, but then I looked later on and I seen like that it was still coming off a little yellow, so I was like, we're gonna have to try to deepen her up a little bit more but still not take away that highlight. So you can see me now that I'm going into my Matte About You contour and highlight palette. Well, it's more of a contour blush palette. You guys have to excuse how I look. I literally look like a Victoria's Secret hobo. Like, I don't know if that's even a thing, but I really feel like I do look. I didn't have enough time to get ready. I was doing laundry and a bunch of errands before KK came over. I was like, okay, we're going to just do this. And on top of that, you guys can see my fly, like my zipper's undone. This was just a hot mess. Like, next time I do something like this, I'm going to have to make sure I'm beat to the gods before I do somebody else's face. Like, this was just lightweight embarrassing. So I'm just steadily bronzing her up with my Wet n Wild brush, and then I'm taking my really big fluffy brush just to blend everything out and just to mold everything together. And I think at this point I'm going in with a deeper shade of the Kisses setting powder, so I'm just kind of blending everything out just to get that yellow tone off of her. And this was like my favorite part, was the highlighting. I'm using the Master Chrome by Maybelline. This is a gorgeous highlighter. Like, if you guys want a good drugstore highlighter that's equivalent to, like, you know, Fenty Beauty or something like that, definitely go for this. So I'm going back into that Morphe palette. I'm taking that purple shade that we used, the darker one, to really use in her crease. I'm using this underneath her waterline. I really couldn't get in there the way I wanted to and smoke it out, just because KK wasn't really used to that, and I didn't want to irritate her eyes too much and then mess up the look, you know what I mean? So I just gave her a little pop of a color at the bottom because I definitely knew we needed it. So next I'm taking the Maybelline Big Shot mascara, the one that Makeup by Shayla collabed with Maybelline to create this mascara. I'm putting this down on her lower lash line just to really give her that vavoom. You know, she has like a really bold eyeshadow look on, so we definitely have to make her lashes stand out for sure. I added this on her upper lashes as well, just to blend her falsies with her natural lashes, because we don't want any slight lines of demarcation or anything. Call her sneaking. No, I'm just kidding. She told me she was going to. But I'm applying a little bit of lip gloss from Victoria's Secret. I will link the shade down below. And I also am using my NYX Suede Matte Lip Pencil. And we are pretty much finished.
We are finished, ladies and gents. So this is the final look.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this look. Please let me know if you have any ideas of what you want to see next. Don't be afraid to leave comments down below. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching.